I was fapping to my wife a few days ago in my basement, moving back and forth. It's hot out there, trying to fuck my bed sheets, and I'm watching this waifu, and I feel tired, bro. I feel tired, and suddenly I hit the post nut clarity, and I realized last year I was doing the same thing on this day, and this month, last year, I started my self improvement journey, but nothing has changed. I'm the same old person I was, anxious, always awkward around girls. I was always like thinking shit about myself, depressed, not present. I've always been like this, and I'm even though I started my self improvement journey, nothing much has changed. So why is it? Then I recall I saw these 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds making better videos than me, working harder than me. So what is seriously wrong with me? Why can't I change? And I really started shitting about myself, bro. I'm a worthless piece of shit and all of this thing, bro. And I recall like I wanted to retire my family, and I'm working this YouTube channel out to just do that. My goal is to make $500 per month. And I started thinking about the financial crisis we are having and all of these things, the familial problems that I have right now. And because of those, I double down on the self-deprecating thoughts that I'm giving myself, and now I'm feeling like even more like a piece of shit. But then I understand this, and I realize this, that I have always been saying self-deprecating thoughts to myself. I've always done this from the very beginning. There was not a single instance where I said good things to myself, where I praised myself for small wins. And I've never done that. I've always shitted on myself no matter what. But then I realized that all of these successful people, they say one thing, like most of them say one thing in common. The you are the story that you tell yourself. But I've always told myself sad, miserable stories about myself. So I decided to try and experiment this with this one thing. I started saying affirmations, not kind of affirmations, but real things, like affirmations with evidence. Like I said, I'm really like, as I was going to sleep, and I really was like tired. I was feeling like shit, and I had not hoped that I'm gonna be productive once again. I started saying these words into my brain over and over again. I'm a disciplined person. With I started saying these words along with the facts, like the things that I've actually done, the evidence, such as I'm a disciplined person because I have been on this journey, even though I was inconsistent on this journey, but I've still been on this journey. I've still meditated for 3 months at least over the last few years. Sorry, over the last year. The other day that I went on a run, and I kind of just woke up early to work hard. That shows that I'm disciplined. And I started saying these words into my brain over and over again. And because of that, bro, I really made like ch- progress into my identity. I changed my identity. I became a different person overnight. I said like these words into my brain at least 100 to like 150 times. Basically said the sentences over and over again into my mind. Because of that, the very next day, you know what I did? The very next day, as soon as I woke up, I started doing all the good habits that I'm supposed to do on self improvement. I started like, first of all, I stared at sun for 5 minutes as soon as I woke up, which I was ignoring for a while. You know why this happens? Because When you look at when you kind of just reinforce your identity, you when you say words forcefully into your brain, it gets ingrained into your identity. And whenever you try to like cut the corners and skip the habit, your brain reminds yourself of you are a disciplined person, bro. You don't do this. The normal thoughts which you get, like when you are cutting the corners, such as, bro, it's fine, I can avoid this, I'm not that kind of person either way, so I'll do something else. So you end up doing something else instead of the good habit. And when you actually like reinforce sorry when you ingrain that identity into yourself of being a disciplined person, what you actually do is you kind of get the thoughts as like you are trying to cut the corners, that you are a disciplined person and you don't ignore these things. And this is really really helpful, bro, to get yourself consistent with all the habits, self-improvement habits that you're doing. So what I am, so the moral of the story over here is, you should not say self-deprecating things to yourself. I said those, but because of that, I reinforced and like ingrained that identity into myself, that I'm a worthless piece of shit. And you should not, please, please, bro, you should not do this, because, bro, it will destroy your life. Bro, please, like, make a challenge to yourself today that you're gonna say one, like, at least it might be a single thing, which is, I'm a disciplined person because of the evidence that you have, right? Whatever evidence that you might have, say at least 150 times, say it at least 150 times, and tell me the results that you've gotten. And do something small, so a small action such as cleaning your room, that will reinforce your identity over and over again, that will really help you gain more like the identity that you please. And this is going to be really helpful for you. And always say the things that will help you, always say the words that will help you. Please get into your brain. And I did this, when I did this, bro, I've been since consistent with all of my habits. And I wish I had known this before, brother. Wish I had known this before. I really really want to tell you that if had known it like a year ago, I would have been like more consistent, I would have been like so much of a better person today. And you are really lucky, brother, that you are getting to know this 1 year after self improvement. And if you like this video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.